Thank you, Genesis Gold Group, for sponsoring this video. For those of you that are new, I just want you to understand that whenever I do a video, I try not to talk at the camera, but I try to talk with the camera as if I was talking with you, the person watching on the other side. All right, that's why I'm so long-winded. It's because I'm trying to talk with you and not trying to talk at you. Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just got our new CPI, Consumer Price Indices, reading today. The Consumer Price Indices is what measures what government is stealing from your dollars every year. It's the amount of inflation, how much more you're paying for things this year than you did last year on a year-over-year basis. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it stays stable, but throughout the last decade or so, it's stayed around 2%, which is the goal of the Federal Reserve. On average, that we have 2% inflation. Well, with inflation and with as high as it's gone and with as high as I believe it will continue to go, ladies and gentlemen, meaning that you will be able to buy less and less with your dollars, there is going to be a period in time where the majority of the people are going to wake up and are going to understand what inflation really is. And then there will be what I believe will be a panic buying event, not only in brick and mortar stores, but in stores that are online that have to deliver to you. And this is where this payday prep is coming from. Don't wait until online stores get panic bought before you order the stuff that you need. All right. So, for example, if you order something that you can only get online, that can only be delivered to you, think of how many steps there are before that item gets to you. And I'm going to go over everything here that I got. I only got a few things, but these are all things that I cannot get locally. And if I can, it's either too expensive or it's either hit and miss. So if I see it online and it's easy for me to get, I'm just going to get it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, panic buying is not just going to be in brick and mortar stores. Panic buying will also occur on the internet with people that are going to want to get rid of their dollars as soon as they can and exchange them for real goods. However, as I was previously getting to, there are a lot of layers between you and your purchase item once you place that order on the internet. It has to be picked. If there's some kind of an inflationary event that's happening, are places like, let's say Amazon, which is the most popular e-commerce that there is, at least here in the United States, I believe. Let's say Amazon, are they going to be able to keep their employees? If the dollar is falling at a rate that is so fast where even Amazon cannot keep their employees, then you're going to go ahead and dwindle down your choices to maybe mom and pop shops. But how long before they figure out that, hey, we better stop shipping this stuff out because we're going to need some for ourselves and for our communities. So what I say is that if you know of things that you are going to need in the future, like some of these things here that I've got, make sure that you get them now, especially if they are mail ordered or ordered from the internet where you need to have it shipped to you. UPS can go down, the USPS can go down, FedEx can go down. The thing is that when no one really knows what the value of something is, it's difficult to get paid in that. And I believe that we will see a time where businesses are not going to know what the value of the dollar is, just like happened in Zimbabwe or in Germany or in Argentina or in Venezuela, where people were asking to get paid, employees were asking their employers to pay them on a half-day basis. So at lunchtime, they wanted to get paid for the work that they did thus far so that they can take those dollars and go out and spend them in the economy, buying groceries or buying things that they need for everyday life so that they can spend those dollars before they went down in value. I think that we will see that happen one day, unless they come out with a system, of course, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be totally totalitarian or tyrannical, like a CBDC, and that's what it'll turn into. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about warning you and maybe giving you a little bit of life advice that if you need it now, get it now, especially if it's mailed ordered. Right? Let me go and show you a few of the things that I've gotten that I can only get through mail order, with the exception of one thing, but it's kind of itchy whether I get it or not because it's usually not very abundantly available. So the first thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we all need it. And for those of you that have been following me, my Reversing Diabetes with Ketovore series, you all know that I've fallen in love with a certain kind of salt, and that's Redmond salt. So recently I purchased a 10-pound bucket from Amazon, but then I went on to Redmond's actual website and was able to purchase a couple of 10-pound bags for a lot cheaper than what this cost me on Amazon. This link that I'm going to leave below belongs to a fellow YouTuber. It's not my link. However, this fellow YouTuber, Ferrigno Freedom, he is an affiliate with Redmond. So if you want to get some Redmond salt, get it, ladies and gentlemen. This is my favorite new salt. It is awesome. It's like the perfect salt. I love it. I know here you're listening to someone rave on about salt and you're like, wait a minute, salt is just salt. You know, and I love this salt so much that I hope that Redmond sees this and they sponsor my videos. Okay, Redmond? Wink, wink. And for those of you that are wondering, this salt is actually mined here in the United States. All right? I think it's in Utah. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's Utah. So anyways, I'm going to leave the link to this in a pinned comment along with Dante's code word, which is Dante. All right, and that gives you 15% off, which is a great savings. And this is something that I cannot get at the store. I cannot get this brand of salt at the store, in any brick and mortar store around here. So what am I doing? Every month or two, I'm going to order 10, 20 pounds so I can stock up on it. That's how much I love it. And Redmond also, let me just show you a couple of little things that Redmond does, because they make this other salt that's a smoked salt. And I haven't tried this yet. I haven't opened it because I wanted to do this video and show it to you here unopened. But this is a hickory smoked salt. So all they do with this salt is they mine it out of the ground. They don't process it or anything and bleach it or none of that kind of stuff. And then they just smoke it. Right? So that adds a little bit of extra flavor to your meat. That way you don't have to think about adding other spices except for salt. And here's another one. I think this one is the Chef's Blend. They have another one that's a cherry blend that I'm still waiting on. But the point is this. I can't get this anywhere else except to order it online. So if I really like this, if my family really likes this, I'm going to order a lot more of these. Hopefully they sell these little packs in bulk. I'm not a financial advisor, but the folks at Genesis Gold Group specialize in helping those who want to diversify their excess wealth by converting their fiat currency retirement plans into a plan that is backed by real money. So if you're in a position where you are wondering what you can do in order to diversify or insulate your wealth against what I like to call the inferno of inflation, give Genesis Gold Group a call and they can provide you with the information that you need in order to make an educated decision. Thank you very much, Genesis Gold Group, for sponsoring this video. And this doesn't seem like it's something that you just can't get locally, but ladies and gentlemen, lentils, all right? Although I've stopped eating lentils because they just have so many carbohydrates, and they do have a lot of fiber, but they have so many carbohydrates, period. It doesn't treat my blood sugar very good. But I stopped buying them because for me to consume, but I believe that there should still be a stockpile for diabetes, all right? For diabetic people, there should still be a stockpile put away of what is called starvation food, meaning those foods that maybe don't treat you as well as being a diabetic as other foods do, like high protein, high fat foods, but that are still not terrible in the glycemic index. They have a pretty low glycemic index rating, and that you can actually survive on for a time being when everything else shuts down and you just can't get those things that you're normally eating in order to treat your diabetes. I don't think we grow lentils here in the United States of America. I think it's all imported. A lot of it, I believe, from India. So things like this, ladies and gentlemen, that we just don't think about. That you go to the store, you really don't see it. And every once in a while, maybe you have it on subscription with Amazon or something like that. You get it. You don't think about, hey, wait a minute. What if I can never again get it from Amazon? Or what if Amazon does have it available, but people start panic buying via the Amazon website? And how long would it take before I get it, if I get it at all? So I went ahead and grabbed a couple of different kinds of lentils. This one I believe is called Iberia. Iberia, is it? Yes, Iberia. And I think this one comes from Spain, but don't quote me, because most of the lentils I've ever seen come from India. This one back here is a lentil that comes from India. It's a red lentil or an orange lentil, right? So lentils, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't have to be lentils. Why? Because this is about what do you get mail ordered that you can't get in brick and mortar stores around you. Get it now. I hope that this is never an issue, but I believe that in the future it will be. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, you can see it's very important to me. I went ahead and got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these containers of electrolyte powder. This is very important to me because the only thing that I consume as far as water goes is water with a little bit of this powder. That's all I consume. Well, excuse me. Also some coffee, but I'm actually giving up the coffee little by little. So hopefully on the 1st of June, I will be coffee free going forward. We'll see what happens with that. I'll keep you abreast of what's going on with that, ladies and gentlemen. But this electrolyte powder is very important to me. And this is the one that I've been using and it's been treating me very well. So I've been sticking to this until I find something that's better than this. I'm going to continue to buy this. Another thing, I have this on a subscription. So every month or so, we get all of these, which is more than what we use in a full month. But the idea is to slowly and steadily build up our supply so we can have a 1 or 2 year supply. This has a very, very long shelf life, and the ingredients on these are all very simple ingredients with none of the garbage that maybe some other electrolyte powders, like, for example, this is just my opinion, something like Gatorade may have. This doesn't have it. It has only the things that you need that are good. I'm not promoting this. All I say is this is what I use, and I think it's a great product. They come in different flavors. This one is tangerine. I've never tried it before, but they also have, I believe here we've got, what is it, grape? Yep, they have grape. I don't really like this grape, to tell you the truth, but my wife does. And then they have lemon and lemon raspberry, which is my favorite. These are EBL rechargeable batteries, but these guys are awesome. They are a great battery. They last a very long time. These are the AAAs, and I actually have an order of AA's coming in that just haven't made them in yet. You know, there are other reasons why I would say stock up on batteries and rechargeable batteries as well. Believe it or not, I really like alkaline batteries. Yes, the throwaways that end up in landfills. I really like them. I think they have their purpose, but I think that these guys serve a purpose as well, especially if there comes a time where you just cannot get any more of these. And I could never find these in any brick and mortar store. And the rechargeable batteries that I can find in a brick and mortar store, like for example, Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart, those are extremely expensive compared to these, and they're not as good quality in my opinion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know me. I can take a 1.5 minute video and turn it into a 20-minute video. So if you're still here, thank you very much. For those of you that are new, I just want you to understand that whenever I do a video, I try not to talk at the camera, but I try to talk with the camera as if I was talking with you, the person watching on the other side. All right, that's why I'm so long-winded. It's because I'm trying to talk with you and not trying to talk at you. All right, so go ahead and put in the comments something that you normally get that you can only get from the internet, meaning from an online store that has to be shipped to you. Put something on there. It may give other people ideas, and they may be like, wait a minute, bing, we need to go get some of that now before it's not available. Make sure that you get things that you are going to use, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that you see here, every single thing that you see here, I will be using at some time in the future. Having said that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.